calendars. All right. Okay. So today is, I'm guessing it's the 14th of December. And if today, I'm guessing is what day is it today? It's Wednesday, right? If 14th of December is a Wednesday, if I get to ask you, what will be the 26th of December? What day of the week will that be? Can you be able to tell me? If I ask you, what day will the 26th of December be if 14th of December, that is today, is, let's say, a Wednesday? Can you tell me that? Give me a heads up if you can tell me that. Right? Can you tell me, if I give you a reference that today is the 14th of December, it is a Wednesday, what day of the week will the 26th of December be? I'm not asking you tell me what day it will be. I'm asking you, can you find that out for me as to what day will the 26th of December be? Yes, you can. Right? Why? Because we know each day of the week repeats itself after 7 days. This is something all of us know, that each day of the week repeats itself after 7 days, right? This is the concept of a week. We all know, right? For example, if I have to make for you 5, 6, and 7, right? (24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, and 31. If this is a set of months, right? And let's say this is a Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, and Sunday, right? If I tell you that the 10th of this month is a Wednesday, right? Tell me what date will the 26th be? Can you tell me that? You can, of course, tell me that. Why? Because we know that if 10th is a Monday or is a Wednesday, 17th will also be a Wednesday, 24th will also be a Wednesday. Now from 24th, you have to get to 26th, right? If 24th is a Wednesday, 25th is a Thursday, and 26th is a Friday. Very simple. This is the concept of a week. This is how weeks function, right? Now, does it matter how many days will be there between 10 and 26? Does it really matter? Right? Tell me, between 10 and 26, if I have to find out, right, what I know is, yes, if 10th is a Wednesday, 17th is also a Wednesday, 24th is also a Wednesday, right? Between 10th and 24th, there have been 2 weeks which have been passed already. After each week, the day will repeat itself, right? If it was 10th, it was a Wednesday. After 1 week, 17th will also be a Wednesday. After another week, 24th will also be a Wednesday. I have to get to 26. From 10 to 26, there will be 2 weeks plus 2 days. Right? Does it matter how many weeks have passed between the day 10 and 26? Does it matter? Tell me, does it matter how many weeks have passed between the day 10 and the target date, which is 26? Does it matter kitne weeks iske beech mein se pass hue? Tell me a yes or no. If you have to find out which day 26th is, right? Does it matter how many weeks have passed between 10th and 26th? Does it matter? Give me a yes or a no. Yes, a lot of people you're telling me, no, it does not matter. Absolutely, it does not matter. It can be 2 weeks, it can be 300 weeks, it can be 5 lakh weeks, it can be 20,400 crore weeks. It does not matter. Why? Because at the end of each week, you will be getting the same day again. It does not matter kitne weeks hain. What matters is these days. The days that cannot be fit into this week, right? If I know if there were 3 lakh weeks which have been passed between a reference date and a target date for me, 3 lakh weeks, does it matter? 3 lakhs and 24 crore. It does not matter. What I would know is that if the reference date is a Monday, 3 lakh weeks have passed. After those 3 lakh weeks, I will still be back on Monday again. What matters to me is the number of days which will fall outside of the week. In this case, between 10 and 26, I know 2 weeks have passed and then 2 days remain. Because 2 weeks have passed, I will be back on Wednesday, right? And these 2 days will then tell me what day of the week will the 26th be, right? 24th will be a Wednesday because 2 weeks have passed. From Wednesday onwards, I have to go 2 days ahead, Thursday and Friday. 26th will be a Friday. Such days, these days, that cannot be fit in a week are what you call odd days. So between your reference date and between the target date, reference date being the date for which information has been given to you, target date being that particular date which you have to find out, right? Between the reference date and the target date, it does not matter how many weeks have passed. The only thing that is of interest to us is the concept of odd days. If I know that there are, let's say, X number of odd days, I can find out what day of the week the target date is. It's very simple. If I'm going ahead in time, for example, if I'm telling you 10th of this month is a Wednesday, what will be the 26th? I have figured out 2 weeks and 2 days. Weeks does not matter. What I know is after 2 weeks, it will be again Wednesday and then 2 days. These 2 odd days will be the things that are of interest to me. Wednesday plus 2 will give me Thursday and Friday, right? Because I'm moving ahead in time, right? I have to find out a future date. I will be adding these 2 dates to the reference date, right? If I'm moving back in time, for example, if I told you 26th is a Friday, what day of the week will be the 10th of this month? If I'm going back in time, right? Again, the same concept. Between 26 and 10, there will be 2 weeks and 2 days. Because I'm moving back in time, I will have to subtract these 2 dates from my reference date. My reference date was what? Friday, right? I'll have to go back in time. Friday minus 2 will be what? Thursday and Wednesday. 10th will be a Wednesday. So if I'm going forward in time, I add the number of odd days. If I'm going backwards in time, I have to subtract the number of odd days. Very, very simple. Write down what odd days are. Odd days are such days that cannot be fit into a set of 7 days. That is a week. Write it down. Write it down. What are odd days? Odd days are such number of days or such days that cannot be fit into a set of 7 or that cannot be fit into a complete week. Between what I have been given, what I call a reference date, and what I have to find out, which I call a target date or a day, between the reference date and the target date, it does not matter to me how many number of weeks have passed. X number of weeks, it can be in multiples of whichever, I don't care. What I'm interested in is knowing the total number of odd days. If I know the total number of odd days between the reference day and the target date, the reference date being what? This is the date for which information is given. Is given. The target date being one for which information has to be found out. Between the reference day for which information has been given to me that this is this day of the week, right? Between the reference day and the target date, only if I know the total number of odd days, there is no question on calendar that I cannot solve. The only thing that is of interest to you is the total number of odd days. Once you get to finding out the total number of odd days, it's a cakewalk for you. Calendars are very, very easy. It is just about the concept of odd days. Just about this concept. Right? Odd days kya hue? Such days that can be fit into a particular week or into a set of 7. For example, in the previous example, if I was given, let's say 10th of the month is a Wednesday, what will be the 26th? 10th is my reference date. Reference date is 10th of the month, which was what? Which was Wednesday. I was asked to find out the target day kya hoga, right? Which was, for me, it was the 26th, right? How do I get to finding it? I have to find out the total number of odd days between the target date and the reference day. I subtract the two. 26 minus 10 is 16. There are 16 days between 10th and the 26th, right? For me to find out odd days, how do I do it? The very simple thing, I divide the total number of days between the target day and the reference day by 7, right? And the remainder of this equation will give me the total number of odd days. You divide 16 by 7, remainder is 2. So I will have 2 odd days. Right? What you need to then do, because you are moving ahead in time, he's asking you about a future date, right? You have to add the total number of odd days to the reference date. You have found out it's 2. You add 2 to your reference date. Reference date was what? It was a Wednesday. Add 2 to Wednesday. Wednesday plus 2 will be Thursday and Friday. Therefore, target day for me will be a Friday. Why? This is Wednesday plus 2. 2 is the total number of odd days. If I was given the reference day as a 26, which was a Friday, and I was told to find out the target date, let's say it was the 10th, I had to only subtract it, go backwards, right? Friday minus 2 would have given me Wednesday again, right? The only thing I will be interested in between a target day and a reference day is the total number of odd days. How do you find out the total number of odd days? Just find out the total number of days between them, divide it by 7, right? Find out the remainder of that equation, right? So long as the remainder of that equation is less than 7, or if it's greater than 7, right? You continue dividing it by 7, find out the remainder will give you the total number of odd days. The only thing I will be interested in is the total number of odd days. Is it clear to you just now? Up until this point, is it clear? Calendars as a complete logical reasoning set is only about odd days. It's just about odd days. Is it clear to you? Just tell me if it's clear to you so I can proceed ahead. Do you understand what odd days are? All right. I'll be happy if more of you start typing me or giving me a response as to whether you understood it or not. In case you are finding it difficult to understand, please tell me. I'll repeat it again as many times as you want. Not a problem. All right? Cool. Now let's try and solve it with a question. Okay. This is the question. Right? The question is what? If the 1st of April 2003 was a Monday, then which day of the week will the 25th of December be? Right? First day, 1st of April 2003 is what? Is a Monday. For this date, information has been given to you. Your reference date will be what? Your reference date is, right? It's the 1st of April 2003. And what is it? It's a Monday. Right? What have you been asked to find out? You have been asked to find out what day of the week will the 25th of December be. Target date is what? It's the 25th of December. Same year, 2003. 25th of December 2003. Right? I have been asked to find out what day of the week will that be. How do I find it out? Only thing is I had to find out the total number of odd days between the two, right? Basically, I'll have to find out between the 1st of April and 25th of December, how many days have passed in the middle, right? We are starting from the 1st of April. How many months would have passed by? The month of May, the month of June, July, August, September, October, November, and then December. Right? If I find out the total number of days between these two dates, right, I divide it by 7. I continue dividing it by 7 till I get a remainder less than 7. Right? That remainder will give me total number of odd days because I am moving ahead in time. I have been asked to find out a date which is futuristic from this date. Right? This is the 1st of April 2003. I have been asked to find out the 25th of December 2003. It's a date ahead in time. I will add the total number of odd days to this particular date and I'll find out what the day of the week is. Right? Here, please write a convention down. Just write a convention down. The convention which we will follow is do not include the reference date. Always include the target date. Just write this convention down. This is a convention that I followed to keep things very, very simple for me. Right? You can include the target date and not include the reference date. You have to basically include one and not the other. The convention that I follow is I never include the reference date. I always include the target date. Just write this convention down. Once you have written it down, just give me a thumbs up. I will proceed. Don't give me answers. I'll get it. Tell me how many, tell me if you have written the convention down. Just tell me if you have written it down. I will move ahead. It's for all of you students too. There will be people who may not understand it. Please do not hesitate to ask questions. It's a very interesting concept. If you get the knack of this concept, there's no question on calendar that you cannot do. Tell me if you have written the convention down. Just tell me, so I'll proceed ahead. Great. Right? So between the 1st of April and 25th of December, we have to find out the total number of odd days. Like I said, the convention is what? Do not include the reference date. We will not include the reference date. In the month of April, if you leave out the first, how many days remain in the month of April? Right? How many days in the month of April? तुमको ये सब करना आता है ना वो January, February वाला. Do you know how to do it? In the month of April, there are only 30 days. If you leave out the 1st of April, which is the convention, I don't include the reference date. How many days remain? There will be 29. In the month of May, there are 31 days. In the month of June, there are 30 days. In the month of July, 31. Month of August, 31. September is 30. October is 31, November is 30, right? Always include the target date. In the month of December, I have to go till the 25th. If I have to go till the 25th, I have to include both of them, right? There are 25 days remaining. Remember, 1st of April was the reference date. We did not include it. Except for the 1st of April, 29 days remain in the month of April, right? In the case of December, we have to go till the 25th of December. Right? And we have to include the 25th. Therefore, in the month of December, there are 25 days. Right? Now, if I have to find it out, find out the total number of odd days, one thing you can do is you can add all of them and then divide it by 7. Right? Or what you can do is divide each of them by 7. Divide each of them by 7, find out the remainders. 29 divided by 7, the remainder will be 1. 31 divided by 7, remainder will be 3. Remainder will be 2, then 3, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 25 divided by 7, remainder will be 4. Right? Remainder will be 4. Add them all up. It's 1 plus 3 is 4, 6, 9, 12, 14, 17, 19, 23. You get 23 further divided by 7. So long as it is greater than 7, continue dividing it by 7. 23 divided by 7 will get you what? A remainder? It will get you a remainder of 2. Between the 1st of April and the 25th of December, you have 2 odd days. If you have 2 odd days and we are moving ahead in time, what you have to do is add 2 to your reference date. Your reference date was a Monday, add 2 to it, Tuesday and Wednesday. Your answer should be Wednesday. Is it clear to you? Is it clear? Tell me if it is clear to you. I'm waiting for you to respond. Tell me if it is clear to you. This is the most basic question. Right? You have been given a reference date. You have been given a target date. For the reference date, it has been provided to you what day of the week it was. You have to find out what day of the week is the target date, right? Like I said, the concept is only about odd days. You have to find out the number of odd days between these two dates, right? Always leave out the reference. Never include the reference. Always include the target. Find out how many days between the two dates, right? Divide it by 7. Continue dividing it by 7 so long as you can say so long as there is a remainder which is greater than 7. जब तक 7 से ज़्यादा remainder है, continue dividing it, right? At the end, we found out it was 2. Right? 23 divided by 7 will leave out a remainder of 2. 2 is the number of odd days. Add 2 to it. Why are we adding 2? Because we are moving ahead in time. The target date is futuristic compared to your reference date. Right? Ahead of it. So you'll have to add 2 to it. Is it clear? Why did we divide 23 with 7 again? Tanya, we divided 23 by 7 again because you have to continue doing it from these 23 odd days between these and these days. Right? You'll have to once again find a set of 7s. Right? Because 23 में there will be further 3 weeks. Right? वो 3 weeks में और आ जाएगा. Which is why you have to continue dividing it by 7 so long as the remainder is less than 7. जब तक less than 7 का remainder है, तब तक आपको divide करते रहना होगा. Right? 23, because 23 would mean what? 3 weeks and 2 days. Right? 23 odd days में भी 3 weeks बन जाते हैं. So you have to continue dividing it by 7. Sir, how 1 plus 3 plus 2 plus 3? What? How 23? 23 how? Because between the 1st of April and the 25th of December, like I said, the convention is do not include the reference date. If the reference date was the 1st of April, in the month of April there are 30 days. I am not including the 1st, which was the reference. How many days will remain? 29, right? For the month of December, I am including the 25th, which is the target date, right? How many days in the month of December? 25, right? In the month of May, 31, June 31, 30. July 31, August 31, September 30, October 31, November 30, right? One thing you can do is you can add all of them up and then divide it by 7. इतना time किसी का होता नहीं है. You divide each of them by 7. When you divided all of them by 7, you got remainders of 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 2 something करके, right? You quite obviously know that this is also a sum which is greater than 7, right? If it is sum which is greater than 7, that means these many odd days can be fit into weeks also. Right? So long as it is greater than 7, you continue dividing it by 7. You add 1 plus 3 plus 2, right? This will all be what? This will sum up to be 23. Because it is greater than 7, you continue dividing it by 7 again. Divide it by 7 once again, you will find 2 as the remainder. Did you understand? Right? You have to keep adding remainders so long as the sum is greater than 7. 7 से जब तक ज़्यादा sum है, if the sum is 7, you further divide it by 7, the remainder will be 0. Right? Why are we dividing it by 7? Why are we continuing to divide it by 7? Because these are 23 days, remember. 23 days will be a set of 3 weeks and 2 days. There will be set of 3 weeks also. You have to only find such number of odd days which cannot be included in weeks. Right? They can always be only be less than 7, less than or equal to 7. Right? If it is equal to 7, if the sum was somehow equal to 7, you had to divide by 7 again, the remainder would have been 0. Right? Because 7 is also 1 week. Do you get it? Continue dividing it by 7 so long as the sum is greater than or equal to 7. Right? Is everyone clear on this? Are you clear on this, Ishika? If you're clear on this, please let me know. All right. We can move ahead to the next one. Next question. Perfect. Clear. Fine. Let's go to the next one. This is the next question. If the 1st of January 1992 is a Tuesday, then on which day of the week will the 1st of January 1993 be? Right? You have been given your reference date is what? This is your reference. And this is your target. Right? Always find out the total number of days between the two, right? And then continue dividing it by 7 so long as the sum of remainders is also greater than or equal to 7. Find out. Right? Jan 92, Feb 92, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December, and Jan, which is your target date, right? In the month of January 1992, remember you do not have to include the reference. If you do not include the reference, which is the 1st of January 1992, you do not include that first date, how many days will remain? You will have 30 days remaining because you do not include the reference, 30 days remain. In the month of February, how many days will be there? Right? Because it's the year 1992, you have to check for whether 1992 is a leap year or not. 1992 in this case is certainly a leap year, I guess, right? Divided by 4, check by dividing it by 4. 4, 6, yes, it is a leap year because 1992 is divisible by 4 because it's a leap year. February will have 29 days, March will have 31 days, April will have 30, May will have 31, June will have 30, July will have 31, August will have 31, September will have 30, October will have 31, November 30, December will be 31. You have to include the target date too. The target date is the 1st of January. There is only one day in the month of January. You'll have to include this one. Right? Now, take a remainder. Take a remainder of all of these, right? 30 divided by 7 is, remainder will be 2. 29 divided by 7, remainder will be 1. Then 3, then 2, then 3, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 2, 3 plus 1. Right? 1 divided by 7, remainder will be 1 only. You can't divide 1 by 7. The remainder has to be 1. 7 into 0 plus 1. Right? Because this sum will obviously be greater than 7. Right? Find out what the sum is. 3, 6, 8, 11, 13, 16, 19, 21, 24, 26, 29, 30. 30 you divided by 7. Right? Once again, why? Because the sum is greater than 7, greater than equal to 7, further divided by 7. 30 divided by 7 will give you 2 odd days. Right? You have to add 2 to your reference date. Why are you adding it? Because this is the date 1992. The next was is 1993. You are moving ahead in time. So you add 2 to your reference date. Your reference date was Tuesday. Add 2 to it, Wednesday and Thursday. Your answer should be Thursday. Very simple. Has everyone understood this? Right? It will be Thursday. एक तो बहुत लंबा प्रोसीजर हमने कर लिया, सबको ऐड वैड करके डिवाइड कर रहे हैं 7 का, राइट? If you were clear on this, if you were anyways clear on this, you could have quite easily seen that this is your 1st of January 1992, this is the 1st of January 1993, right? The dates are the same, the years are different. Basically, we're talking about 1 year having passed. एक साल pass हो चुका है, right? Between the 1st of January 1992, 1st of January 1993, right? 1 year has passed. And this year is a leap year. Why? Because 1992 is a leap year. You can divide it by 4. Right? If you divide, because it's a leap year, how many days will have passed? 366 days. If 366 days have passed, you divide 366 by 7, you get a remainder of 2. Right? Because a year has passed, the year that has passed is a leap year. You could have automatically added 2 to that date and you would have gotten to the answer, which is Thursday. Very simple. You could have done this also. Is it clear? Is it clear? If difference between reference and target date is more than 1 year. If it's more than 1 year, it does not matter. You have to use the same technique and get to the right answer. There will be questions that will be much more than 1 year. There will be within thousands of years also. Ye bhi hoga. Is it clear to you? Right? A year has passed. The date is the same. The year changes. A year has passed. The year that has passed is a leap year. It's 1992. 1992 is divisible by 4. It's a leap year. How many days in a leap year? 366. Divided by 7, you get remainder of 2. Just add 2 to it. You'll get Tuesday plus 2, which is Thursday. Okay, perfect. Let's do the next one. ये करते हैं. If you were a boss